What's up guys, it's your boy Dekkster here, and we have some upcoming card changes. We got 4 cards being changed, and it's gonna happen on the 22nd, and they just announced this on the 20th, so that's really quick, which is awesome. I think a lot of people were kind of getting a little bit sick of the meta. Saw a lot of people just switching, playing other games, hopping in my chat saying they weren't enjoying it anymore because Rogue just felt oppressive, and my god did they hit Rogue hard. So it's not gonna be oppressive anymore, so if that's why you stopped playing, I guess it's time to come back. All right, so first up, let's talk about Evil Miscreants. Going from a 3-mana 1/5 to a 3-mana 1/4. Now this card still looks good. This isn't too hard of a nerf. I think it's just about right. Dropping it to 4 health seems pretty nice. There were a lot of times where I was playing decks where I just wish it had 4 health. Like now this will die to Huffer. It'll die to Snipe. It'll die to True Silver. And I mean, there are a ton of other cards that do 4 damage that didn't do 5. So that'll make this a little bit more manageable. Now the main power from the Miscreant was the Lackey generation, and it still seems like they're going to be able to pop off with the Lackey generation. So I don't think this card's dead. I think it still sees play in most Rogue decks. I'm glad they touched this card, and it seems like they kind of touched it in the right place. Maybe making it a 1/3 would be a bit too much. So yeah, I'm happy with this nerf. All right, up next we got Raiding Party going from 3 mana to 4 mana, and this seems really good. Raiding Party did seem to be an issue. Seemed like all Rogue decks were kind of built around Raiding Party because it would draw you the pick and it would draw you Corsairs, and you equip the pick and then your Corsairs are free and it's just nutty. That means you could maybe play this on 3, on 4 play your pick and a couple Corsairs, on 5 maybe you green skin it. It just curved so beautifully. It felt a bit too strong. So now with it being 4 mana, it's gonna take an extra turn to get that out there. I mean, on turn 3, you could still like coin raiding into a pick, into a green skin, which is still strong, but it does hurt them a lot. But I'm happy about it. This nerf seems fine. I'm okay with this. I don't think there was any other way you wanted to nerf it. What would you do? Make it draw 1 less pirate? That seems ridiculous. Removing the combo, that seemed ridiculous. So the only way seemed to be mana. So yeah, I'm on board. Now this next one I'm not so happy about, and this is preparation, going from reducing your card by 3 to reducing by 2. Now this is a big deal, especially coming right now and they already hit Raiding Party. Like I think the main problem with prep was strictly Raiding Party, right? You could prep and then cast Raiding Party for 0 mana. So if they hadn't nerfed it, Raiding Party would still cost 1 mana, which wouldn't be as bad as it is right now. But they decided to make this only reduce 2. So if you cast prep and Raiding Party, your Raiding Party now costs 2 mana, which is a lot. So it's reducing spell cost by 2, which means you could still prep Sap, you could still prep Eviz, you could prep Cold Blood, but I don't think they had hit prep in addition to Raiding Party. Like this indirectly hits all rogue spells that cost more than 2 mana, right? It hits Wanted, which a lot of people were already not running, and it hits Sprint. Like I feel like this totally just butchers Sprint. I think maybe if they thought the more expensive spells were an issue, I'm thinking that spell was probably like Myra's. So I think if that was their idea, then maybe they should have just nerfed Myra's to 6 mana or something like that, instead of nerfing all of the rogue spells. So yeah, I think the wrong kid died here, and they should not have nerfed prep like this. Right, so we got Archivist. So it goes from 8 to 9 mana, which obviously is so it can't be bounced by a Brewmaster. It can't be reshuffled by a banker. But if you have coin, you can do that. So it almost seems like Warrior Mirrors are decided by whoever has coin. Now, I'm personally not a fan of Warrior Mirrors, so this is not an issue to me, but I think maybe for like Specialists, which I don't play a lot of, just like a tournament format, or just really, they should have made it 10 mana, like why not? All right, I'm gonna talk about a couple cards that didn't get nerfed that kind of stood out to me. Obviously, Dr. Boom is not fun to play against, contrary to what Blizzard says. I don't know anyone who enjoys playing against Boom. So maybe if they would have just removed the rush off of mechs that you play, or maybe made it so Mega Devastator was not a mech, that would have kind of helped on that front. But we will see less warriors, because warriors were mostly there because they could consistently beat Rogue, and now that Rogue is getting neutered, it seems like there's probably going to be less warriors in return. So maybe this won't be too much of an issue, but it's just not fun to play against. Devastator feels busted still, and Dr. Boom also feels kind of busted. It's not fun to play against at all. Another big deal is that Conjurer's Calling did not get nerfed, and Mage is such a strong class. You got obviously like the Conjurer's sort of Dragon Mage, and then we got the Giant Cyclone Mage. Just the fact that you can throw out a Mountain Giant for a discounted price, hit it with the Conjurer's Calling, and get either an 8/8 or a 7/8 with Taunt is absolutely busted. Plus the fact that it's a twin spell, right? So you get 4 of these in your deck, essentially. Mage is kind of hard to play against when they just cheat out these huge dudes. So I think Mage is probably going to be like the top class. Keep your eyes on it. Be ready to see some giants. Maybe this makes people tech in more BGHs, or I don't know, maybe more people are going to play Mech Hunter, which is such a good deck already. And with Rogue disappearing, it seems like Mech Hunter is going to be very, very popular. It's very aggressive. Didn't get hit at all by these nerfs. It could just chew through big boys like the 8/8 giants, the 7/8 grave horrors, because it has that poison, right? And you know what else is good? Is Murloc Shaman. I think Murloc Shaman's gonna emerge as a tier 1 deck. Just today, Celissa just hit rank 2 legend with a Murloc Shaman, and that's before rogues get neutered, man. So maybe it's gonna be Murloc season, maybe it's gonna be Hunter season, maybe it's gonna be Mage season. There's so many cool decks that are now enabled. I am scared that a lot of them seem really powerful, like Mage might just be a little bit too good. Now I do think there's gonna be a lot more variety here. Mage is gonna be difficult. Mech Hunter's gonna be insane. Murloc Shaman gonna be insane as well. But a lot of the off-meta decks that I've been trying to play were really hit hard by Rogue, and the fact that they had Sap. They still have Sap, but I mean, they're not gonna be as many Rogues on the ladder. So decks I've played like Wall Priest, which has a positive win rate against everything except for Rogue. I'm looking at playing some more of that. That's gonna be exciting. And then more recently, you got Handlock, which seemed to be pretty good against most things aside from Rogue, although Mage is quite difficult. We got OTK Paladin, which I think is no joke, which struggled a bit against Warrior, but now that Rogue is hit, there's gonna be less Warrior, so maybe this will emerge to be a high tier deck, although it struggles against Mage. So I don't know, I'm looking at a lot of these decks and I'm just thinking they kind of struggle against Mage, which makes me feel like either like Mid-Range Hunter or Bomb Hunter is going to emerge as one of the top decks. Kind of some predictions here. Mage is gonna be strong, Hunter is going to be strong. I do still think Control Warrior is gonna be pretty good. Murloc Shaman going to be strong. And then I'm really excited about the fact that the meta kind of opens up to these new ideas, these new archetypes that can kind of jump in, like the Wall Priest, like the Handlock, like OTK Paladin, maybe even Lucent Bark Druid. Lucent Bark Druid seemed to do pretty good against everything that wasn't Rogue in my experience. But as for that, all this Rogue hates, I don't think Rogue's dead. They still have very powerful cards like Hook Tusk. Hook Tusk cheating out a bunch of pirates is no joke. So maybe that's the direction that Rogue will end up going in. But yeah, I feel like I'm rambling at this point. There's no script or anything. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you guys think about the nerfs in the comments. If you enjoy my video, hit it with a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Good luck on ladder and stay hydrated.